Hey, what's up, guys? Testing, testing, one, two, three. Sorry for the bit of a delay getting online. Had a bit of an issue with the VPN, so the connection wasn't too good. So I turned off the VPN, and hopefully, we are broadcasting as we speak. All right, so let's see. Okay, I am just gonna do a bit of a update on, well, as the title of the stream suggests, it's the mid year, and it's good to take stock of what we've done for this year, and of course to update on what we're going to be doing for the rest of the year and moving forward. All right, so um, as you can see, I'm wearing like a Top Gun like sort of a, what do you call this, a hoodie or something. All right, anyway, it's not too bad. Let's see. Oh, it's still over here. We got a Tomcat. You got some. Oh, there you go. You got the VF1 and a Pilot Wings, and of course, Top Gun emblem. Yeah, I just got this off Taobao actually. So hey, good evening, Carl Peter Irvin. Hi, Carl. I am doing okay. Hope you are doing well as well. So I was just talking about this shirt that I've got on, and obviously most of you have already watched Top Gun Maverick, the movie of the year, I think. Sadly for me, I'm here in China and I've not yet gotten a chance to watch it yet. Let me check if it's actually available already. Let me just check. Just like I was waiting for Batman, right? I was waiting for Batman, and finally it came to the cinemas in May, and then we had a bit of a, well, a bit of a pandemic situation, and there was some lockdowns imposed, and there was no cinemas open, and then, well, long story short, I finally got to see it in early June, right? Early June, yeah, early June. So let's see if Top Gun is already showing in the movies. Apparently not. Nope. Yeah, the last movie I saw was Jurassic World Dominion, so that was pretty awesome. Um, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what we love most, which is aircraft. Hey, Mark Stringer, man in the house. How am I doing, big man? I think you might be bigger than me, like size wise, maybe. I don't know. I'm like 1.7 meters tall. How tall are you, Mark? Um, I will send you a dodgy stream. How do you mean by that? Not too sure what you mean. Michael Ong. Yeah, we're just talking about Top Gun, and will I be doing a Top Gun FA-18? Unfortunately, no. I'm so sorry, because I don't have the tooling for the F-18, and even if I have it, or rather, if I'm going to be doing it, it's going to be something that's happening in the near future, like maybe in the next 2 years. I'm not doing an F-18, so I'm sorry to disappoint, but not happening. Um, yeah, Simon, welcome to the stream, Simon. Is the new Top Gun F-14 release coming? Yes, that's what I'm going to be talking about as we get there. All right. Um, oh, you sent me a dodgy stream of the Top Gun. Nah, I want to. I hopefully I'll be able to watch it, on the big screen with all the sound tuned to the max. Versus, in fact, I never actually watched streams on like BitTorrent and stuff like that. Maybe because I'm not using Windows, so the BitTorrent app doesn't work on the Mac. But I've never actually been a downloading person, so that's not in my. Um, yeah, the new Top Gun will blow the expectations out of the window. You mean the canopy? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, big Tom Cruise fan as well. I've watched. I remembered when he was doing the Mission Impossible movies. I even watched some of those Mission Impossible like twice at least. So yeah, I'm pretty sure watching Top Gun Maverick twice is the bare minimum, right? Minimum. All right. So, okay, guys, I am just going to touch on what we've done, for the past 6 months, which is basically getting ourselves sorted out in terms of the production, getting things back on track, things that were held off way back in the past. Although we don't want to talk about too much of the past, we want to focus on the future, the present and the future. So the present and the future, the present at the time being is that we are going to see the Wave 2 Ultimate Vipers in July. All right. I'm optimistic that the vendor will keep to his word to make Wave 2, long anticipated Wave 2. If we're late, but at least we will get you there, right? So after Wave 2 is under the belt, is that the term correct? Under the belt? Yeah. Then I can focus on Wave 3 and so on and so forth. And then we can get some Ultimate Vipers moving, with more liveries for the F-16s for sure. All right, so I'm definitely looking forward to making first of all, the Wave 2, right? The Wave 2 must first come to fruition, and the deadline given the ETA is July, rather mid of July, to be more specific. So I will be updating on the Facebook page as and when I see the thing myself, and as and when we ship. For those of you who have ordered, you will get your models shipped. And once that happens, and only when that happens, then I can start focusing on the rest of the Ultimate Vipers for the subsequent waves. Many plan, it shall be executed. All right. And we are also, right, going to go back to the drawing board and fix the S2 tracker tooling, because that is something that is eagerly, awaiting for its release. As you guys have seen, JC Wings has done a folding prowler. So the tracker with these folding wings is reminiscence of this model, and we've seen how it's executed by JC Wings, in the wings folding out by means of optional parts, and then so-called folded by means of changing the optional parts, which is exactly the same methodology as what our tracker is going to be. The only difference is that the prowler from JC Wings is plastic, whereas ours is part plastic, part metal. So the top section is metal and the bottom is plastic. The only reason for this is because if it's metal and metal, the bonding probability, or well, not probability, but the bonding effectiveness, yeah, that's the correct word. The effectiveness of bonding metal to metal with glue is lesser than the effectiveness of bonding metal with plastic. So that is the manufacturing decision taken on why the wing has to be, bottom plastic, top is metal. All right. So anyway, we've seen at least that demonstration of a folded wing aircraft done, a model that's done. So now, it's up to us to deliver the goods, and we need to go back to fix the tracker in terms of certain manufacturing difficulties that was sort of found out when we were reviewing the last known tooling of the tracker. So we'll fix that out, not for you to worry about, and then I will come back to you guys by the end of the year. Definitely we have to release the S2 wave 1 by the end of the year, and that is part of this stream as well. We're actually going to be doing the second half of the year by delivering the tracker. So we will see the tracker delivered this year, right? For sure. Once I sort out tooling. So the tooling is just They will spend about a month or so, to rectify it, and then once it's done, I'll show off the final test shot piece, and then you guys can go anticipate the wave ones. Rather, you guys can start ordering wave one. All right, you can start ordering it. So let me get to some comments first. Any thoughts on producing the F-35 by Steve King? Steve, welcome to the stream. First and foremost, uh, again, if I'm not doing the F-18, I'm not doing F-35 within the next 2 years. All right, we got a lot of stuff to catch up on in the next 2 years, and we can talk about all these as and when we are more settled. All right. Wu Ko Yong, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Simon, okay, agree on that. It's awful. Cool. And Isaac, welcome to the stream. And Freddie, welcome to the stream, Freddie. Please share on the difference between the new Top Gun and the previous one. Okay, so I'll get to that in a bit, and the MiG-31 orders. Okay, so Tracker is on track for, no pun intended, for the rest, for the at least for sure fourth quarter, right? Fourth quarter will have wave one out, but we'll use coming July to fix the tooling. August, maybe I'll see the test shot. If we start producing in like September, then early fourth quarter we can definitely get it. All right, so I'll keep you guys informed. Stay tuned on the Facebook page. That's where you'll get the most up-to-date information. And I'm only doing these live streams as and when I have some free time. Otherwise, I'm really busy in the daytime, coming back most of the time, already exhausted from the day of driving and back, and doing stuff. So as much as possible, I will do the live streams, but it's not going to be something that is on a regular basis because of the fact that it's kind of draining. Because after this live stream, which I'll definitely end before midnight, because I have another live stream that's coming up on my other channel, which is Ramen Toy, and I'll be talking about my developments as well on Ramen Toy. But that's another thing. So getting back on focus, Caliber Wings. So again, on the Top Gun topic, right? The movie is out. I've yet to see it because in China they have not yet released the movie, except for Macau and Hong Kong. But unfortunately, I can't get to these two places for the time being. So it's just gonna be here. Hopefully, they will show it in end of the June, maybe. They have to show it, right? If they don't show it, then I'll be missing out, and I won't be able to know, or rather have the inspiration on how I'm going to be devising any potential models from this movie. All right. So that's that. Meaning that whatever questions on new models on the new movie, don't ask me yet. I'll let you guys know as and when I watch it, and when I feel what to do. Right. But in the meantime, asking me is futile, because I wouldn't have the first answer for you guys, because I wouldn't know. Now, coming back, right? So again, due to the movie, there's a lot of interest now on the models. And initially, the movie was supposed to be slated for release back in 2020 summer. That was why I created those models in 2020. And apparently, the other two SKUs, right? Red Eagle and Best of the Best Bob, we still have stock. Only Ghost Rider was sold out. Now, in a business standpoint, that means to say that these models are still not as in demand, because we made a batch, and 2020, at least fourth quarter of it, was when the models were available. The whole 2021, 12 months, we couldn't sell out of the other two models. And now we're in 6 months of 2022, and we're still selling the models. That means, on that standpoint, it's not really in demand, if you know what I'm saying, right? So for me to suddenly get all these requests that, you guys missed out on Ghost Rider and you want it again. So here's the thing. It's a rule that will never be broken, that we will never redo or re-release the exact same model again. That is the whole point of the limited edition, right? But for this exception, right, since there is a demand, I'm not actually redoing or reissuing the exact same model, right? As the item number suggests, this is not TP02. This is not Ghost Rider. This is the Need for Speed. This is TP07. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the technique that we'll be using for the MiG-31 onto this particular model. And it's going to be a good litmus test on how the finish of the model will be like based on this new technique. And I'm currently already in the works to get all the artwork done for TP07. In the meantime, we have already announced the product for the distributors to take orders. And as and when I'm ready, I will put it onto the website for you to order as well. The thing is that we now have the F-14 tooling by ourselves. It's no longer with the factory that is doing, the delays, right? It's with me, so I can actually manage it myself, and I can control what is the timeline for delivery. So I'm planning it properly. I'm doing if I get the artwork out by early July, and I start to plan for production in middle July, finish it in August, then we can have a September shipment, which is why we have told distributors this is for October. So we give some lead time. All right. So you can mark my words. You can record it down. You can say that I said so, and it's going to be October or September, right? That we come up with a TP 07, which is going to be the same but different from Ghost Rider. All right. So I hope you guys will like it. Of course, I will definitely share images and information on, again, Facebook on this particular model, so you guys can check it out. You guys go share it, share with your friends, share the collectors, and then get those orders in so that we can make a good, run of TP07. So that's that. And MiG-31, all right, we're currently on about 400, close to 500 orders for the MiG-31. End of July is coming. Sorry, end of June is coming very soon, which is the end of the early bird offer. So please, if you have not yet placed your order for this, absolutely, trust me, 150 is going to be a steal when you see what comes out in the final product. All right, 150 is going to be a steal because we'll not be doing 150 again. Once the early bird ends, that's it. We will revert back to 250 on the website. And, around 500, I would be able to pull some strings and start the production so that, we get it out ASAP. And then the rest of you guys can see it. And if you want to buy it, then it's 250. So that is the deal. All right. Either you get it, place your orders in now for 150, or you can wait and it will be 250. There's no two ways about it. I've just gone to the factory this afternoon, and I've looked again at the tooling plan. We're already preparing the parts for tooling, made some final adjustments. Again, it's not easy to make a model. You can go try it yourself. So on the first second, third, fourth time you look at it, I look at it, I will see certain things that needs to be improved. That's why a model on hindsight will always be better. Oh, we should have done this, we should have done that. So I've given enough time for me to do this, look at it today and then rest, come back again and look at it another time. And then, oh, I saw something else, and then come back again and then I see something else. So finally, there's only so much I can see something else until I have to draw the line, which is why in my first interview with Mark on the Moto Pool, I said it, right? The model will be done when I say it's done, right? So whether it's done that way, which is having each errors and whatever, I'll take it, right? But not at least, but I have already done my best to look at it, and then I have to draw the line. I have to draw the line as to where it stops. Otherwise, we'll keep improving and improving, and it never ends. Okay, so enough of that. So that is the main gist of it. MiG-31, we're about 500, almost a bit less than 500, but once I reach 500, maybe by the end of the month, which is another, less than 2 weeks away, I can sort of, as I mentioned, I pull some strings, and 500 is a very, it's not a good number, but it's not bad as well, because we're actually selling something that nobody have seen. We have not even shown the final product, and we have gone on a bit of a hiatus for a year, so we may have lost some interest from collectors and retailers and distributors, but that's fine, because before 2016 we were also a nobody, but when we came out with the F-14, people start buying, right? And even as I reached out to retailers before and asked them, would you like to buy the F-16, the first one that we did OEM, nobody replied to me. But when we did F-14, then people start coming themselves. So I suspect this should be the same pattern. Once we get the MiG-31 out, then we will get people interested. And it's like the Ghost Rider, right? Once we are sold out, then people will start saying, do you have any more MiG-31s? So I'm that damn confident. So you can take that to the bank. All right, let's look at some comments. Griffin, my friend, Griffin Zhang, any new Macross stuff? No more new Macross stuff, because I still have the old Macross stuff that's not sold. So unless I sell those, then I can't make any more new Macross stuff. But even if I make any more new Macross stuff, it will all be unlicensed Macross stuff, because I don't have license. All right, Simon, looking forward to it. That's good. So the Ukrainian Su-24 again. So once we have already done we've done the release of the wave. Was that 3? Wave 3? No, wave 4. Wave 4. We've done the wave 4 release of the two fences. Now, with this new factory settled in, having touched on the fencer 1 time, 2 times with this new wave 4, then now they can go back and help me to improve on the fencer, which upon their first try, they found some parts that they didn't do as well. Some parts I've showed them that it should be done better, like that. So taking this to wave 5 and the digital Ukrainian. So let me get back to you on the exact date, because I need to check it. Again, I've been very busy lately, and I've already given the PO to the factory to make the new 3 fences, and then that digital one will be slotted in within the 3. So again, we are looking at not later than the end of this year. All right, not later. Thanks, Griffin. No, 57. Nah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think I just mentioned about the tracker in the start of the stream, so please check it out. Okay, I need to make sure I'm on track with the time, so we're still good. We're just 27 minutes in. All right, Isaac. So you are from Hong Kong, and you love to get your hands on the MiG 31. How do you pre-order it? Um, the Hong Kong shipping is available. Could you try it again? I'm pretty sure it's available. Let me try it myself. So I'm gonna just go to my website here. Why don't I just share my screen maybe? So I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm going to go to new tab here. Hold on, guys. Right. There we go. Okay, so what we do is we go to the MiG 31 here, view more, and basically add it to cart, right? And then go to the checkout over here, and we just need to select Hong Kong. There we go. Yep, definitely available. All right, so Isaac, it's definitely available there. All right, it's no problem at all. So you can go check it out. Again, thanks for the support. But yeah, you can definitely order the MiG 31 from the website. Okay. Tony, it's been a while. Uh, Apache, I'm sorry, my friend. It's so much to do, so little time, right? Let me focus on what I have to do first, which also includes the B58. Again, I was at the factory again today, and I confirmed that the B58 3D model is progressing well, and I will have something to share with you guys again in the first week of July. All right. So if everything now goes according to my plan, my new concept, my new setup, we're looking at B58 confirming the 3D model by end of July. I'm going to have a prototype out by end of August. And again, I will do a early bird pre-order on the B58, and you guys can put in the order for the B58, which would again be able to be delivered around summer. No, about third quarter, end of third quarter next year. All right, so that would be my best estimates, and we will then be able to check off right the B58 from our list of things to do, and I can then proceed to do the other stuff, and then we can consider about all these Su-57s and F-35s and Apache. Although it's really really very unlikely because I don't really have the passion for the Apache. So sorry about that, Tony. But again, who knows? Maybe it's a must-do job. Who knows, right? So yes, MiG 27. See, the funny thing is that when I was doing FX, I also preferred the MiG 23 to the 27 because the 23 has a more conventional radome, right? It looks more right, but the 27 has some sort of like a strange looking nose, maybe in a sense less handsome, But on hindsight, as you grow older, you start to appreciate that MiG 27 is really nice, isn't it? So yeah, so since Hobby Master has not done MiG 27, why don't I throw my head into the ring for the MiG 27 Fogler D, right? Fogler D. And probably I'll show you guys what a real die-cast MiG Fogler looks like with die-cast wings and die-cast everything, right? Not just using plastic. So yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm actually kind of interested. A new Ukrainian fencer, is that right? Is there a new one? I'm not sure. No. Yeah, thanks, Isaac. The thanks is to you. No need to thank me. Thanks is to you for supporting, the Caliber Wings, and it's only with you guys the support that we can carry on. Colin, welcome. Yeah, now the Sea King and Stalin and stuff like that, the bigger choppers, that to me is more interesting, right? But again, I don't know, man. Sea King, huh? Let's just KIV that. All right. I don't make any promises. Let me finish up what's on my plate first, and we'll have a discussion on that. Okay. The 80s back. Hi to you. Thanks for joining the stream. Yes, B58 and S2 is coming, is indeed. I always will keep my word, and I always will deliver what I said I would deliver. Yeah, I never really have a love for the Hornet, so it's kind of very iffy, very iffy. Yeah, thanks, Tony. I mean, we all love this hobby. We all love the jets, the choppers, but there's really so much that one man can do, right? I mean, I'm not like a Hasegawa or a big company where they can, all right, you go handle the Apache, you go handle the Sea King, you go handle the F-16, you go handle the F-14, and then they have teams, right? They have teams and they are working around the clock. And for me to dive into the Apache, and again, I can tell you guys, whenever I dive into a subject, I really dive into it, right? I don't just, for the sake of it, just do it, right? I really, like, for example, so I really, get references, right? So if I want to be doing this, I jolly well start understanding what exactly is the Foxhound, all right? So it's only with the knowledge, all right, all the intricate knowledge, can you finally feel the model and then make the model good. So if I'm going to be doing the Apache, then I'm going to have to start learning about it, and who knows, I might get so engrossed that I might be able to do it. Again, never say never, but it's definitely low on the priority list. All right, Tony. Airwolf. Okay. Again, another Tony here. Some MiG killer F-14s. You mean the VF-41 Black Ace that shot down the fitter? Is that right? Yeah. We again. Right now, I'm in the stage of. It's really a dilemma, right? There's so many F-14s to be done. My tooling is not fully utilized. Like I said, I've already got like the D models in the tooling, but it's not fully utilized because of the glove vein and all these things. So I am really trying to juggle, and the tooling has taken a bit of a beating in the years that it's been in operation, from the first factory over to the second factory, over to the third factory, and then now finally back to me, and I'm giving it to the Ford factory. So along the way, it's taking some bumps because it's like driving a car, right? If you have a car and you let different drivers drive it for an extended period of time, each driver's habits is different. How he changed gears or how he steps on the accelerator, how he brakes the car, how he maintains the speed here and there. So it affects the machine. So in that way, the different factories have affected the condition of the tooling. So the F14 tooling right now is not in its best shape. And it is, like a car, expensive to maintain it in a good working condition. So I am really torn between having to do a model where the tooling is no longer at its finest, and yet for business reasons we have to carry on to do it unless so much of a in a point of time where I will get enough revenue to retool and repair and whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of F14 liveries to be done, but rest assured, I'm working on something that is gonna blow everyone's minds out. So I don't want to blow my trumpet too much now, but mark my words as you have heard it on this stream, the 21st of June, that I'm working on something that is gonna blow everybody's minds out. Okay. Hush hush for now. All right. Tarkan here talks about the schemes. Yeah, agreed, right? With more camouflage schemes. Russian-made aircraft with more camouflage schemes. Yeah, aside from the Fitter, the Fogler, the MiG-29, flankers, of course. What else has the Platypus? What else have boring gray schemes? MiG-31 has boring gray schemes. Yeah, keep that in mind. Is there a model on top of my bucket list? The model that's on the top of my bucket list is all the things I'm doing right now, right? So even though the market has an F-16, before I did the F-16, I did it because it was on top of my bucket list to do an F-16 with all these interiors. Hustler, definitely, right? The B-58. I had the Hustler as a model kit, 148 scale, 172 scale, way back in Singapore. Never had a chance to touch it. I'm not sure where is it now. I think I may have sold it also. Yeah, I think back in the day I actually sold the Hustler 148 scale on eBay. Back in the day, it was good money, so I sold it. So now, yeah, I got a chance to make it in 72 scale. So that's definitely on top of my bucket list. So I need to grab a drink. Parched. All right, so that is definitely on top of my bucket list. The tracker, of course, as I mentioned before, the tracker was something that I saw as a kid, and it was really captivating. But apart from all that, the Bronco is what I would like to do, and I can't really think of too much now, because if I start thinking, then it's gonna be more stuff that's gonna come before your Su-57, before your F-35, before your Super Hornet, before your Apaches, and before your Sea King. So let's stop the thought for now. But hope I answer your question. All right. Right. Like for the F-16. Okay. The thing with the camouflage schemes is that most of the time it can only be done without the weathering, because weathering a camouflage is not as straightforward as weathering a one-tone model. So that has always been my consideration whenever I did a camouflage. Basically it's it's not weathered, not even washed, because it just looks funny to apply a one color effect on a multicolor subject. So yeah, I mean, we'll definitely do some camouflage F-16s, but I'll think about how I'm going to present it in a much more realistic manner if I can, other than just doing it catalog standard colors. Thank you, Tony. Right. Well, I watched Iron Eagle as a kid, and although it was like one of the few aviation movies other than Top Gun back in our day, it was a fun movie. I don't really recall too much of it, seriously, except that the kid, well, the kid, the father is obviously, if not wrong, the father is obviously in the forces, and he got captured or something, right? Then the kid became the pilot that saved the day, with his mentor, Louis Gossett Jr. But yeah, the Iron Eagle was never as captivating. Um, and I'm not even sure if anybody would recognize an Iron Eagle version of the F-16. I'm not sure. I have to look back again. But yeah, yeah. I mean, if it's something that's so distinct that we can actually call it an Iron Eagle versus something that looks exactly like what is already a standard configuration, I've looked into it because I really have no recollection, no vivid recollection of the Iron Eagle version. The 80s back. Any plan to do magnetic parts for the F-14? I think I've mentioned, okay, the second part of it, I mentioned the new MiG. Again, magnetic for F-14 is not possible. I was planning to do it when I shared prototype images in 2020, right? 2020 was a really productive year, other than tooling delays and tooling fails, so to speak, because what I actually did, all these magnetic parts wasn't made into a tool, because I questioned the practicality of these magnets. Because although we wanted the magnet to fix onto the flap and sort of like put it down, because of the magnetic attraction, it's hard to keep it in a certain position. So when I was looking at the prototype, I was not convinced. And true enough, it won't work. Although the people that were doing it for me say, "Oh, no problem, it will work, right? No problem." The same thing they told me about the S2 tracker. Oh, it's gonna work. But when I said no, it's not gonna work, right? So magnetic for F-14 is not gonna happen until, as I mentioned just a while back, I get enough revenue and we can revisit a retooling of the F-14. Because in any business sense, nobody would retool a tool that's like barely 10 years old. I mean, WT Wings mold is still being used by JC Wings today. I think it's 20 years already. Has it been 20 years? Maybe not 20 years, but it's close, right? More than 10 years for sure, right? Century Wings, F-14 tooling, it's been 10 years. It's the same, isn't it? So for me to even retool, even my stuff is not even 10 years. It's already showing that I have this ever wanting obsession to want to do better, even at the expense which is not agreeable by shareholders and all these things. But yeah, magnetic parts will only take place when I am good and ready to make the F14 tooling, not say better, but basically it's going to be a retool, right? It's not just like, oh, let's just add this, add that. No, it's a retool. All right. Whenever you have to make new cavities to insert the magnet, it is a retool. It's basically from scratch. You can't go back to the old tooling and start to make it doesn't work that way. All right. So hopefully you can understand. As much as I want it to, we just have to make do with the fact that the F14 has this damn frustrating small pegs and stuff that is loose or too tight or doesn't fit, that you need glue. That's just going to be the way for the F14 for some time to come, until we can retool. And if you're asking me, I would dare give you an estimate that the F14 can only be retooled in about 2 years' time. Nothing earlier than that. Because the F14 tooling can still be made, as I mentioned, right? Even with all these difficulties, it had, I don't know, maybe I will shorten it before 2 years, but definitely in the next year, because I'm working on all these projects now, that it's just, I mean, you just can't squeeze any more resources to revisit. I mean, the F14 tooling is not that bad, right? I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not that bad that it requires a retool in the current situation. But of course, if I got lost in the bank, then I could do it tomorrow. So that is the thing, right? Worst case scenario, 2 years. Best case scenario, a year, thereabouts. All right, then we'll see a new F14 with your magnetic parts. Hope they answered the question. All right. Colin wants a B1. Whew. I must admit, I've considered the B1B bomber. In fact, I've actually looked at the Herpa 1:200. Is that right? Is it a 200? I think it's a 200. I looked at it, and to do a B1, there's so much data that needs to be first sourced. The bomb bay and everything, the rotation, how to even get the pilots in the cockpit without breaking the shape. I mean, on one is a 200 is still acceptable, because it's just a little thing and it's all so small. But when it comes to 172 and everything is all magnified, it's going to be tough. But I did consider it. I will plow on my efforts on making this maybe a reality someday after the B58. After the B58, we'll have a good handle on how we can accommodate a B1. All right. But to answer your question, Colin, there's no tooling restrictions, because there are bigger things made with tooling than a 72 scale B1. All right. Even a 48 scale B1 by Monogram was already done in plastic form. So 172 is not a big problem. It's just how to make it nice. Guys, I really have to go soon. It's 8 minutes to my next stream. I'm going to just read out the last few comments and I'll call it a day. All right. Alex, thanks for joining the stream. Yes, I just mentioned this, so hopefully you can refer to my previous answer. Thanks to you as well, Takan. Austin James, thanks for joining the stream. You don't think any of you can afford that without selling a kidney? Which one? I forgot what I was talking about. Yes, Rodrigo, my friend. So Rodrigo has a hand in the MiG-31. He actually helped me to do up the plan views in the weathering toning so that I can have a real actual template for us to create the model after, in that sense, right? So thanks, Rodrigo, for that. Wilson, oh, thanks for joining the stream. You're brand new to the world after watching Top Gun Maverick, new collector. Top Gun Maverick single seater. What is a single seater Top Gun Maverick? The P-51? I'm not sure. I've not watched the movie, Wilson. I'm not sure what we're talking about. But if it's an F-14, there is no single seater. If it's an F-18, maybe there is, but I'm not doing an F-18. And Sean, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the comment. Love what you do. Okay. You haven't bought it yet, but hope to be on the Maverick F-14. Okay, that's cool. Specialdiecast.com. Hi, thank you for joining the stream. Can I make a F-16 weapon pack? You see, I was actually planning to make weapon sets, and then I realized that when I was doing all these models and making all these weapons and ordnance, different modelers that handled my model made them, for example, the AIM-9L, they made it differently, which is not the case, because every Sidewinder, whichever the version, is the same, even if it's used by an F-14, an F-18, an F-15, an F-16, or even a Cobra, right? So that actually threw me off, because now I could not make this weapon set because I don't have a uniform weapon set. So I'll have to bite the bullet and consider that all the weapons that I've done for all the models so far is trash, and I got to redo it. And my vision is to do universal joints, which means that every weapon that you get would have the magnetic components, and when you buy the set, you can fix the ordnance on any model from Caliber, which is starting with the MiG-31, which is fully magnetized, right? And now slowly progress to make this weapon pack. And again, it will really come into fruition with what I just mentioned halfway through this stream, when I said I was working on something really, really, really mind-blowing. So that would actually come into play. So please keep a lookout for that. All right. So very quickly, guys. Oh yeah, Phantom as well, bucket list. So you mentioned bucket list. Definitely a Phantom is on my bucket list, but again, it's so diverse. Short nose, long nose, British, non-British. My goodness. Funny thing, I just chanced upon a funny thing, right? I just chanced upon a let's see. Maybe it's here. I just chanced upon I think I definitely took a screen grab of it. if my memory serves. My memory serves. Let's see. I might not have taken a screenshot, but I was like, oh, there we go. See, my memory serves. See that? So yeah, I was looking at the B52, and again, my memory serves. So you guys, again, I've proven myself yet again that when I talk about something, I always know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm not doing a Saint 2 skill B52 at the moment, so don't get your hopes up. All right, thanks, Alex. Thanks to you guys. Again, I'm going to be signing off really, really soon, guys. Just running through the last few comments. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. Last comment here from Rochelle. Thanks for the replacement stuff. No, thank you so much. Right. I do have the weapons in a video. If you want to check out my channel, look for the making of the look for the VF31, right? 31, I think. The Tom Catters, I did an introduction on that. The video, I given all the weapons there, so maybe you want to check it out. All right. F4, yes, later maybe. William, thanks a lot for joining the stream. We will try to get that shipping to Canada thing sorted out. Definitely, there's nothing that I would want more than to have you be able to have my models without having to like bleed by paying for shipping. So we'll try to sort out the best possible way. But again, some things are not within my control. So hope you can understand. All right. I mentioned about the SU-57 early on, so that's that. And thank you, Wilson, as well. And thank you, Jackie. Let's talk about that on the next stream. I really got to run, guys. All right. So, guys, thank you so much again. I'm really at 11:59, 1 minute to midnight. I'm off to my next stream. If you want to join me there, it's on Ramen Toy Facebook, or you can go check out again Ramen Toy on YouTube. Until next time, guys. Noel signing off. Take care. Thank you. Updates on Facebook. Keep looking at my Facebook. Cannibal Wings, of course. See you guys.